Morning, good morning. So, everyone doing? It's a bit of a late one for me last night, so I am feeling it probably looking a little bit rough this morning, but it's okay. Let's get into the pre-trade routine as always. 21st day of the month, so Proverbs 21st today. The Lord's hand, the king's heart is a stream of water that he channels toward all who please him. A person may think their own ways are right, the Lord weighs the heart. To do what is right and just is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. So let's volume down a little bit. Haughty eyes and a proud heart, the unplowed field of the wicked produce sin. Plans of the diligent lead to profit, surely as haste leads to poverty. Fortune made by lying tongue is a fleeting vapor and a deadly snare. Minds of the wicked will drag them away, for they refuse to do what is right. The way of the guilty is devious, but the conduct of the innocent is upright. Better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. The wicked crave evil, neighbors get no mercy. When a mocker is punished, the simple gain wisdom. By paying attention to the wise, they get knowledge. The righteous one takes note of the house of the wicked and brings the wicked to ruin. Whoever shuts their ears to the cry of the poor will also cry out and not be answered. A gift given in secret soothes anger, and a bribe concealed in the cloak pacifies great wrath. When justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to evildoers. Whoever strays from the path of prudence comes to rest in the company of the dead. Whoever loves pleasure will be poor, whoever loves wine and olive oil will never be rich. The wicked become a ransom for the righteous, and the unfaithful for the upright. Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. Wise store up choice food and oil, and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. Whoever pursues righteousness and love finds life, prosperity, and honor. One who is wise can go up against the city of the mighty and pull down the stronghold which they trust. Those who guard their mouths and their tongues keep themselves from calamity. Proud and arrogant person, mocker is his name, behaves with insolent fury. Craving of a sluggard would be the death of him, as his hands refuse to work. All day long he craves for more, but the righteous give without sparing. The sacrifice of the wicked is detestable, how much more so when brought with evil intent. False witness will perish, but a careful listener will testify successfully. The wicked put up a bold front, but the upright give thought to their ways. There is no wisdom, no insight, no plan that can succeed against the Lord. The horse is made ready for the day of battle. The victory rests with the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this morning. Thank you for a new day. Thank you for everyone that's watching. Just pray for a profitable trading session. Pray for disciplined trading today, and just pray for a great day in general. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And amen. Amen. Pre-trade routine is done. Check the news first. Check news first just to see if there's any changes, any sentiment you should be aware of. Yeah, still bombings and blasts going on, especially in the Middle East. It's just frustrating that this isn't mainstream news. You have to actually look at a news channel to figure out what's going on in the world. Anti-ship missiles are violate the blockade. So Yemen seems to be really on the side with Iran. Iran air defense is activated. It seems Trump's going for the nuclear plant. Yeah, it's getting pretty hectic, this world war. I'm calling it World War III right now. To be honest, this conflict is going on. I think it only just escalates from. Interesting, very interesting. So yeah, we'll give an update on yesterday. Yesterday was a pretty good day, man. All in all, can't complain. We got this second account activated. I was hoping to get a third, but we hit max loss limit. 2 accounts, and then we hit TP on 2. So this account you can see with negative 1k max loss. Again, I just broke my rules in terms of getting into a position. I was like sizing up like crazy, just thinking, oh, we're going down. Took a big loss, tried to get it back. Just never a good idea. So this account, we're at 1.5, and I'm just going to do the same method. Hey, I'm going to try and keep these. I'm trying to make 1.5 per day. So daily target now today shifts from this to 3,100. just to try and keep in line with where we need to be. I'm obviously not going to try and go for this all in one go, but that's where we are there. We hit 1,500 for this account. That was pretty much where we were on this one now. Up 1.5, lost 1,000, and we made 1.5 back yesterday for this account. And then this account, we're trying to hit the 1.5 target again. So here we only need 1,000. So important as well if you trade Top Step. Try and utilize this Top Step X as much as you can. Like all of this stuff is so good, so good. Mark out your sessions. There's trade clocks, so you're not getting like straight in and out of positions. I'm gonna put my brackets on for all of these accounts as well. Again, just splits it up. So if we're aiming for 1.5, we only need to hit really like 2 trades or 2 positions while risking 150. So I like the new Top Step layout too. It's kind of cool. save 750 save. Okay, cool. I like coming to the charts at this time around sort of 15 minutes because it now enables me to get everything sort of ready. We're going to go with the lowest account first, just because it's the first trade of the day. We have no idea where the momentum is going to be. I'd much rather save these accounts for when we have a bit of a bias and direction. So now to our trading view. So what a day yesterday. We called it. We called it, which is insane. Open up lower as the market opened. Down in here, we're trying to catch shorts, and then it pulled back. So we took longs, caught longs up to here to get those accounts decent. Then we took a short to hit the 1.5 on the funded account. Then it was just kind of chopped, and I traded in this. So that was super dumb to hit max loss on the funded account. I was trying to trade in here. Got back in at 4, took a little bit of a short down in here, and then it just kept on blasting, and I was still trying to short. So hit max loss on the second account, and then New York AM is when we actually had the dump to the downside. So just gonna remember that usually like Asia London, we're gonna move away from the direction unless London's very expansive, and New York should continue. But again, because we had so much chop here, I've just got to remember that more than likely New York AM is where we're going to see the actual run back to the downside. So we'll just check the daily levels. We did hit that daily SIBI as well. Rejected pretty nicely as well. So I think we should be expecting bearish pricing today. We might come back into this 4-hour FVG in the morning. So just expecting Asia is going to run away from the overall trend. Wouldn't be surprised if we sort of open up and then spill and target. Yeah. I'm going to put yesterday's levels on the chart now as well. Sub volume profile loads. There we go. Okay, interesting. Value area low has a hourly SIBI right there as well. So interesting to see how that goes. And previous day value area. So I'll just put these levels on Top Step as well. So 28916 is point of control. Just make sure these levels there. Two 28916. Okay. 916. Come on, man. Alright, that's gonna 28855. Okay, that'll do. And then the value area high 29059. Cool. Around here are our levels. These purple ones, it's less confusing. A lot of lines we have. So previous week is 29692. And then value area low was 29316. Where is value area low? It's okay. 316, what? Area low. It's 2. Okay, cool. So we should be resembling exactly what we're seeing here now. Just so I don't have to keep on flicking back and forth between TradingView and where we are there. So we're just going to find those key levels again. So yeah, that 4 hour is working very nicely just above the previous day value area low. Shifting to a 4 hour, the point of control is actually around that area too. So I think we push up, tap these regions, could even spill for the previous day value area high potentially, and then shift back to the downside. We're just waiting for the confirmation. If we open to the downside, we just got to see what sort of liquidity we could be taking. So this spot right here makes sense. Turning off my alarms. So yeah, this little spot in here. I don't know why that's so hard to see, but this orange. So 738, 28738. I'm gonna label this as buy. And again, just starting with our doubling method this morning, aiming for the 1.5. We'll probably take it on 2 accounts. 100 accounts, probably want to leave to where there's a little bit more volatility. I think running them in the morning is just quite risky. At least till like 10 a.m. my time, which is 8 p.m. I believe. New York time for Asian Open, when like Tokyo actually opens. We can look to take a trade on these then. So I actually lock myself out so that I'm not being silly. Yeah. This I'm not tempted. Again, use the software that you have rather than using your like mental power. Okay, here we go. There's the open. The buyer's stepping in already, so we'll jump in on this long. Getting another one. Stops underneath that orange line, so I'm actually okay with that. The lower it gets, the more I'm just going to keep on adding. Again, it's the account that we're not too worried about here. If we have another 1k losing day, then we lose the account. But shift into the lower time frames here. We're just doing the doubling method in early morning Asia. So whatever we have to risk. Whatever we have size on, that's like what we can add on to the position once we see what we need to see. So just being a bit patient here. Still don't mind if we come down, take out all this, but if we can flip, yeah, looking to get out. Like this, sell. Buy. Up to 4, and there's just the benefit of going in with really small size. Like typically if I'm going in with like 5 micros or something, you know, we're down like 300, 400 bucks already in drawdown. With 1,000 to go, it's not that much. We'll just see if we fail to close below here. Okay, I'm gonna take 2 here. Okay, so we're struggling to close below these lows. I don't mind if we, yeah, there's that little tap. That buy zone. Risking about half of our daily loss limit here. So if we want to keep spinning lower, then we know obviously we've got too strong momentum to the downside. We'd love to see this hold. This is a 5-minute level, I think, or an M3 level. So wait and see here. Very strong selling momentum. And pretty much if we come back to our entry here, then we're looking to add in about 8. Can't add 8 exactly, so okay. It's definitely running to the downside, so scrap that idea. I think we're just going to be plummeting to the downside. Yeah, so we should take these lows and just spill lower, so it's okay. Same thing, just going to do our doubling method here now. I feel a bit more confident taking the trade here now. Shift to a high time frame, so if we can get a pullback into this region. I got a little bit early here. That's okay. Yeah, so we closed well and truly below that orange line now, so The selling pressure is very strong to the downside. If we can get above here, looks like not. Okay, still gonna just melt here. So our lows from yesterday, resting all the way here. Just making sure there's like no fair value gaps we could be running for and then reversing from. Looking pretty bearish, man. Pretty dang bearish. Yeah, happy with this. Watching the volume levels here. We missed our fill. No way. Okay, gonna add in double method once again. Add in hash reaction up very well off that level that we had on the M3 as well now. So I full. Get rid of that. Only looking for about 1,000 here. Expecting some continuation. If we come back to fill all here, then we're going to be pushing back to the new day opening gap, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Stop should probably be at this high. But again, we got all these levels that we spoke about before. We could do what we did yesterday, right? Like spill down and then push back up, delete all of this. But I like the momentum. It's a lot more stronger than it was yesterday. It was yesterday's open. It's here, right? This looks a little bit more stronger to the downside. For this account, we're just gonna see if we can let this one spill really. Daily. Expecting to take last week's low. Big ask. Very big ask. I don't know, who knows? But it's unlikely we reach all the way down here today. I think maybe we could go for this low or halfway between this wick. But we bounce back, so interesting to see. Or we just scale into the position, to be honest. They're going for this gap. Very interesting. So I've noticed as well, if you trade volume profile, see on the side here, these like pockets of volume. I've noticed that the smaller the pocket is, the more less likely price is actually going to go to those areas. The reason being, like these are the orders, right? So liquidity wise, there isn't too much liquidity for price to chase in these pockets up here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't actually get filled and we actually push and take these lows from here and leave this pocket empty. There is a fair value gap here, so definitely buyers could try and push this up, sellers be waiting. But I've just noticed this, like the smaller the volume is, the better for your stop. So rather than actually having my stop all the way here where there's a lot of orders, a price could blast through all this to go hunt this. It's actually probably better for my stop to be, yeah. The same for the other one. Stops right here. Interesting. M15. I haven't taken really any liquidity apart from yesterday's range, which we already did before market open. Waiting for a higher volume of orders here. Once we can start to see volume pick up, then hopefully to the downside as well, then scaling. I don't really need to add risk to this account as we're putting in drawdown. This account, even though stop is pretty high right now, if we can push with some volume downside here, we'll scale in and just put our stops here again. So yeah, we respected this little gap, even though it's a clear fair value gap, right? But because there's such little volume pocket, it doesn't really make much sense for price to, there's no liquidity to hunt. Bearing in mind the most liquidity we've had on the day is resting above it. But at the open, obviously, here's where we had the orders. So we could blast through to hunt this. But again, this is actually like a bit of a protective. So you're better off just putting your stop somewhere here. Because if we do come up here, we're more than likely targeting the volume that's resting up. Just waiting for a nice build to the downside. Don't need to go above 10 micros, I don't think. And just waiting. Haven't really seen volume too much. That's going to be my main indication for actually like adding in. I just want other people in with me rather than just me trying to do it solo. You can front run it and sometimes it works, but it's high risk. You don't need to take. And bearing in mind, this is a 30-second time frame. So you need to see like significant. And good reference point is just how much volume have we had so far session. If you want less fake outs, definitely use a higher time frame. This looks pretty good to me. Take this and then stops. With respect. Whoa. What is coming? Scaling here. It is risky, to be honest. This is probably a smarter play, but it's going to take me out for every. I just can't. Same skill. Yeah, absolutely. Look, we'll go stops here. Massive gap for us to go here, and more than likely, if we're pushing up here, we should fill this entire thing. It's at an M5, so 737 just stops to. Don't want us to come back anywhere near here. I think we've got enough reason to do that. We've got a lot of volume. It's a failed bullish candle here as well. Super low volume in pre-market. Okay, hopefully we are back. I don't know why my internet at around like 8:30 every morning decides to lose it. Volume. Volume's the main thing. Side here. Case is like a crazy, just pull up here, hit here, and then I protect myself against that. But then again, if you're checking up 5, it's a really bad spot. That just gotta run it. It's a risk at the end of the day. It's a risk we take. Super slow morning here, so there's not much volume. There's honestly not too much to do here until Asian kill zone time, the 8 p.m. I think we're just gonna chop, to be honest, and then more than likely 10 we'll find some movement either to here or continue to the downside. Stay in the position here. There's not really too much to do. Time being. I still think we're just going to chop here, unless we obviously see a nice strong push to the downside. But more than likely, I think we're just going to build up liquidity. We just mark this. That's like our golden. If we can push. We can push for this and close below this, then that would give me the green light that we are going to spill lower. I have a feeling we're just going to bounce between this orange line and this yellow line. Just keep this range. Just grab some brekkie, I'll be back. as expected. Just as expected, haven't done a thing. Just range bound. Okay. Decent amount of volume slipping in now, as we can see here on the M1. Just depends on whether it gets eaten up or whether we actually keep on pushing to the downside. There we go. Now we just need to see a closure below this yellow line. Don't really want to see this. I'm gonna give it up to here, really. Stop, I reckon. Definitely adjust it. After we've taken out this liquidity, it could spring and bounce back up. So just gotta be prepared for that if that occurs. But for now, it's looking okay. Ideally, we just push back into here and then continue going lower. So if we ever hit 500 in profit, that's usually when I go to break even. If we hit 1,000, then push to 500, and then obviously at that point try and hit 1.5. In this case, actually, because our target's a little bit lower, we might get to like 400 or so, and then look to shift to break even. So if we shift back to the 30, I don't want to speak too soon because generally I don't like this as well. So many attempts to go lower here and we're just wicking. It's never a good sign. But just to say that, look, like we respected this, even though this gap looks so clear and there's so many equal highs, there's just not enough volume price to want to push back up. I could be wrong. Once again, like there is still volume above us here, but yeah, we're holding for now, which is good to see. Great timing to come back. Great timing. Yeah, so what I don't like is that the biggest amount of volume has been a liquidity candle. So swing further. We tried to push below here, we can't. That's the most volume that we've had so far. So I need to be very careful here. Definitely can anticipate a run back, but if we close below this candle right here, I think we're okay to at least break past this. And we should do it pretty quickly if that's the case. Checking time as well. Yeah, we should move pretty quickly. Not on this candle, I'm thinking the next minute. So once this candle is done, the one after that will either push up really fast or down. Based on what I'm seeing here, the most volume on this candle up is looking likely. We need to see if we can push past this. If we hold here, I'm going to adjust my stops again because I think we're going to go push for the liquidity in these zones. It's a gamble. I probably am better off taking the loss here, potentially expecting this to gap right up past end of. But so far, I mean, we're still struggling to get above here too. The sellers are still in control, but I just don't like the amount of volume that's come out on this candle. Looks like a lot of people that are shorted just got out of their positions right here, which is not what you want to see. That's going to give the buyers enough momentum, yeah, for this to shift higher. So I'm going to go back to our original stops that we had above this candle here. We take the L, we take the L, it is what it is. Super slow morning, guys. Really not much to talk about here. I'm gonna get ready to jump off pretty soon as well. Start getting ready for work. I've just taken this high, so swing failure pattern to the upside as well. Definitely is interesting to see on a higher time frame. Again, really bad stop placement because we could push all the way to fill this gap. But ideally we just leave it and just keep flowing to the downside. Here's a sweep. The original stop would have been taken here. So we're just looking for the same thing now. So we saw a lot of volume stepping out here. We want to see something similar. Sellers. So people that are long now are getting out of their positions, and from now we should floor. We should take this low now. There's the power of volume. See if it plays out, but I'm anticipating now. Shift this yellow line to here. Should take this low, and as soon as we take this low, we should spill. A lot of waiting today, man. A lot of waiting. See if we can push into profit. I just realized I'm super close. Just staring into yourself. Just need closure. Closure and profit would be good to see. Really fighting this. Really fighting this. But again, yeah, if we take this yellow line, we should move pretty quickly. Just gotta be careful for 9 o'clock typically is a reversal time. Like I've seen it play out a fair bit. But I've just realized like trading is actually not that hard. Like scrap direction out of the way. And I'm not saying that like making a profit is easy. There's a lot of things you just can't control. This could absolutely just spike with buyers and I get stopped out. Doesn't matter. But I just mean that like it's pretty binary. You can only go up, you can only go down. And in terms of what the market's going to do, it's either going to be a continuation or a reversal. There's no real sort of nuanced, weird in between or chop, which I mean, chop, just get out. But I think knowing that it's recognizing that, okay, at this specific time, with enough volume, we're either going to continue in the direction that we've been going, or we're going to see an influx of orders in the opposite direction. It's just being prepared for that each time. So I like this. So even though that looks like weakness, look at the volume. We should still actually continue and take this low. I've seen this happen so many times. Whereas if you see it like this, notice how there's a lot of volume and the wicking candle, then we don't return back to that level. Same with here. So when we made that, we actually didn't go anywhere near this low up until we saw a lot of volume again. So similar again, it looks like two weakened candles, but there's just no volume here. So even though it looks like buyers are strong, there's not enough volume to suggest that we're actually going to push all the way back up. Still think we take these lows and then we floor for these. And at any point, my analysis could be wrong by just watching what the volume and the market is doing. So I'm just speculating based on what I can see right now, but at any moment that can change. I guess that's just the fun of trading. You just never know what the future holds. And no one does. Like you cannot believe anyone that's like, oh, price is going here, 100% guaranteed. You just never know. So I'd love to see volume higher than this green candle to the downside and look to take out these lows. That's what we are anticipating. Let's start getting ready in 4 minutes here, just 5 minutes. 9. Trying to adjust stops, but hopefully we just have a continuation. We haven't really seen enough buying momentum. Can come in at 9. 9 a.m. my time, I should say. So what's that, 7 p.m. New York time. Last 30 seconds I'll stay on for. And then just gonna leave stops and everything and say, just get ready for work. Check back in like 15 minutes or so.